Hey there. So today we are going to talk about a crucial mineral that might be playing a more significant role in your health than you realize. Magnesium. Magnesium is involved in hundreds of biochemical reactions in your body, and it's essential for maintaining optimal health. Here, I'm talking about a case study just from my practice experience of a girl who came in her 20s, and she had lots of different symptoms. So in this example, she had a regular heartbeat too, which made me think about maybe there is some mineral lacking in her nutrition, or she cannot absorb minerals and vitamins very well. As a precaution, of course, I had to do the electrocardiogram, and also I had to refer her to the cardiologist to make sure that nothing else is going on, because her EKG showed bundle branch block, which is concerning in in anyone, but especially so in a 20-plus-year-old. So when she came back, she reported that all her symptoms went away. The heart rate was great, and that was proved by the 24-hour Holter monitor that she had to wear because her cardiologist prescribed it to her. So in 24 hours, there were no events on her EKG or in her heart. And actually, she felt better than ever. And the only thing that she changed is that she started taking magnesium. And unfortunately, many of us take very little magnesium. I used to be one of the patients who would take 1 teaspoon of calm, which is actually, calm is very expensive. I think it's $30 per this box of, a bottle or jar of magnesium. So you need to take 3 or 4 teaspoons of magnesium, dilute it in water and drink it. Is magnesium citrate, which means you may have diarrhea if you take too much. So it all depends. If you have constipation, yes, magnesium citrate is great for you. But if you have diarrhea as a symptom, even before you start taking magnesium citrate, it's not a good thing for you to take. So it all depends on the forms and of how magnesium is formulated. But also the problem is that calm has 150, I believe, milligrams per 1 teaspoon. A lot of times I start my patients with 400 milligrams, which would be 2.5 teaspoons of calm. Personally, I take 3 to 4 capsules of 150 milligrams of magnesium in divided doses, because you can absorb so much at one sitting, basically. So I would spread the doses and take magnesium a couple times a day instead of 1 time a day. But also, it has lots of different benefits, as I mentioned, and one of them is helping the heart muscle to work properly, to contract properly instead of being like all over the place. It also decreases anxiety. At the same time, if you drink a lot of coffee, it depletes your magnesium. So it's important to replenish your magnesium stores if you drink more coffee. So the more coffee you drink, which I don't recommend drinking more than 1 cup of coffee a day, the more coffee you drink, the more magnesium you may need. So let's talk about the most important signs that show that you may be lacking magnesium. Trouble sleeping or insomnia. Many people either have difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep, which magnesium helps a lot with the sleep regulation. Mood swings and anxiety, as I mentioned from that case, magnesium plays a role in supporting a healthy nervous system, and its deficiency can affect mood and anxiety levels. Headaches, frequent headaches or migraines could be a signal that your magnesium intake needs attention. Irregular heartbeat, as I mentioned before, magnesium is essential for heart health, and low levels can lead to irregular heartbeats or palpitations. Digestive issues, constipation, or other digestive problems might be related to magnesium deficiency. fatigue, and low energy. If you're feeling tired and drained, even after a good night's sleep, magnesium deficiency could be a contributing factor. So what if you want to check your magnesium level? I recommend doing the magnesium red blood cell level from any regular lab company, which is NoraQuest or LabCorp here in Arizona. There are other ways to check for minerals and vitamins in your blood, but those are more fancy labs. Those are not covered by insurance usually. They are out of pocket and they are a little bit pricey. But a lot of people may find the benefit instead of taking bunchfuls of different minerals and supplements and maybe things that you don't need, doing one type of test that shows exactly what you are deficient in. Another symptom also is for women, it's premenstrual syndrome. You may notice that if you take magnesium, actually the whole month, it may improve your symptoms of mood swings. I definitely recommend trying it and seeing what benefits you can get from it. So how to increase magnesium levels? Stop eating processed foods and drink soda or pop. Decrease the amount of coffee you're drinking too, and keep in mind that you need to take extra magnesium and drink more water if you have more than 1 cup of coffee a day. Eat foods high in magnesium like avocados, green leafy vegetables, a bit of chocolate and nuts. And another thing, if you crave chocolate, a lot of dark chocolate, it may mean that you are lacking magnesium. So if you've experienced any of these signs that I mentioned above, we actually got more than 7 signs here. So there are so many benefits, and unfortunately you don't know what benefit you will draw until you try. So I love those cases the most when my patients come to me and say, I didn't know I had this going on, but I know it was going on when it disappeared. Especially I love those cases when women come and say, oh, I'm not angry anymore before my period. I am very happy and my mood is all even and my family is happy that I yell less and I don't have the temper tantrums that I used to have or mood swings that I used to have. 1 minute I'm happy, the next minute I'm sad. So remember also the magnesium-rich foods like nuts, seeds, leafy greens, and whole grains can help boost your magnesium levels. I do advise not to eat many whole grains, soak them for 8 hours before cooking them because whole grains or any grains have phytic acid that binds to calcium, magnesium that's present in them or that you eat from different foods. And this way, you cannot absorb even calcium and magnesium from other foods if you combine grains and those calcium or magnesium-rich foods. Additionally, you may want to explore magnesium supplements. If you have any questions or you would like to learn more about how to address magnesium deficiency, feel free to post your questions in the comments below. Stay tuned for more tips and insights on the overall wellness. Until next time, and take care and keep exploring the path to better health. Bye.